Hi, I'm Katie North, founder and CEO of North Financial Advisors. About 4 or 5 years ago, I would say, I found myself in a place in my life where I had achieved everything that I thought I wanted to achieve. I had the high salary, the great job, the relationship, I owned my own house, I got to travel and do fun things, but what I found is that I wasn't actually all that happy. I wasn't actually fulfilled. I didn't feel like I was fulfilling the purpose that I had set out for myself. So I went back to the drawing board, and for me, I do a lot of journaling. So I looked through some old journals, and what I found in those journals was that personal finance specifically was a repeating theme that kept coming up for me. I was actually working in finance. So I was doing financial related type work. I was on TV, I wrote research that was published all around the internet and multiple types of platforms, talking about finance and financial regulation. But what I was missing was the one-on-one component, the ability to affect change in someone's life directly, and also to be focusing on more of like the personal finance side of things. At the time, I was finishing up my MBA at Georgetown University, and it was a really great opportunity to have kind of a playground to experiment with some of these ideas that I had around what I wanted to do with personal finances. And the most important takeaway I think I got from that experience was that out of my cohort of 50 some odd students who are all highly educated, highly driven, highly successful people, there was still a lot of fear, and there was still a lot of shame, anxiety, and just misinformation about personal finance. And I didn't have that experience. My family was small business owners, and so I worked from a very young age, aged maybe 13, balancing business checkbooks and learning about spreadsheets back when computers were sort of just getting started almost. And I learned a lot from that, and I've just always been very curious. And what I found is that unless you do have that curiosity, or you somehow had parents that were really good at personal finances, you probably wouldn't get it at any other level of your education, no matter how high you go. We were all in our MBA class learning finance, but finance itself is very different, or being involved in the financial profession is very different from managing your personal finance as well. So what I decided to do, and how I decided to change my life dramatically, was actually focus on bringing people purpose with regards to their own personal finances, and being able to do that one-on-one work has proven to be a much more fulfilling, much more purpose-driven sort of career for me. And I've enjoyed it, and I haven't looked back. I'm now starting my 4th year as a full-time entrepreneur, owning my own business, and the experience has been really fantastic. And I continue to look for ways to challenge myself and push myself even further, to think through some of the ways I can dream bigger for myself and continue growing and developing over time.